Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back here Saturday, late Saturday morning, just creeping up on noon. Um, we are doing a video today and talking about Monrovia. Yeah, my hometown. It's where the magic happens out here in the Time Cave. Burning a little bit of a supporting lamp, my CT Ham #2 Cold Blast, this big giant monster with the Ham's Cold Blast Matchless Ruby Flashed Globe. How about that? Anyways, that's my little, supporting lamp. And don't worry, it's a clear glass that's been flashed ruby on the inside, so it's not going to cancer up like most ruby globes do. Anyways, it's my backup light, and I wanted to have it just for atmosphere, since I don't really burn this much. I love this lantern. It's one of my favorite big cold blasts, and it just has such great character. I did a very nice cleanup job on it, if I do say so myself. It came out just right. It looks perfect, in my opinion. Anyways, today is May 14th. And you're asking yourself, well, May 14th, what's so great about May 14th? I'll tell you. Let me get this party started here. Ah. There we go. I'm enjoying some McBaron mixture. I wanted to try it. Smells pretty good in the ow. little cinder. Anyways, it smelled really good in the jar, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. Not bad, actually. It's growing on me. I think I really have to find the right pipe that it really shines in, Anyway, so back to what I was saying. May 14th. In 1887, the city of Monrovia was founded. And here's a little history about Monrovia. Now I'm going to read it from our personal city website. So, sit back, enjoy some coffee or a pipe or whatever. We're going to learn a little bit about my hometown. Okay, the city of Monrovia is one of the oldest towns in the San Gabriel Valley and is located about 15 miles northeast of Los Angeles. In 1887, it became the fourth city to be incorporated in Los Angeles County, after Los Angeles, Santa Monica, and Pasadena. Today is a thriving community of 37,000, but still retains much of the character that drew people from the east to west in the late 1880s. With a charming old town on Myrtle Avenue and over 2,500 pre-1940 homes, the area has managed to survive the forces of change in its over 125-year history. In 1995-96, the city was honored with an All-American City Award from the National Civic League, one of just 10 cities nationwide receiving the honor that year. Let's see here, early years. Back in the 1800s, the land that was to become the town of Monrovia belonged to two ranchos, the Santa Anita Rancho and the Azusa Duarte Rancho. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Forgive me. Rancho and the Azusa de Duarte Rancho, which met at present-day Norumbega Drive. Nearby land was primarily used for cattle ranching, but 2 years of rain followed by a severe drought in the 1860s forced the ranchers to sell off their land. And almost 9,000 acres of Rancho Santa Anita was purchased by E.J. Lucky Baldwin in 1875. It was from Baldwin that William Monroe, the founder of Monrovia, bought 240 acres in 1884. Monroe, along with 4 other partners, created a 120-acre town site centered at Orange, now Colorado, and Myrtle Avenues. Lots went on sale on May 17th, 1886, and the town of Monrovia was born. That's right, William Monroe. Now, I could be wrong, but William, Mr. Monroe, he wanted to name the city Via Monroe. That didn't really have a a real snap to it. It didn't roll off the tongue. Mm-mm. So he switched it around to Monrovia. And there we are. It's really neat history. Now, a lot of people here, as it said, there's a lot of pre-1940 homes. There's a lot of Victorian homes here too. And it's really neat. It's a special place because we do embrace our history. We appreciate the old homes. We appreciate the old city charm. And that's refreshing because there's a lot of cities in Los Angeles County that don't. And they want to change everything from old to new. And I understand that progress, it's what it is. But it's nice that there are people here that really value and appreciate the history and the homes here up in the foothills. So it's a lovely place. And there's a lot of interesting little side notes that many people don't know about Monrovia. Now, you'll, I'm sure, I'm going to just take a wild stab at this, but you're all aware who Glenn Miller was, the famed band leader of the 1930s and 40s. Now, he loved Monrovia. And how I know this is because reading in the biography about Glenn Miller, which was written by George T. Simon, author of the big band era, he also wrote a book about Glenn Miller, since Glenn never did have a chance to write his biography and his memoirs. He passed away in that mysterious plane disappearance act over the English Channel in 1944, December 14th of 44, I think it was. Anyways, so he never did have a chance to sit down and write his life history. So George T. Simon did that for him, since he was a close friend of Mr. Miller. But he mentioned in that book that he wanted to have a home built after the war in Monrovia. And when I read that, I'm like, oh, I know where that is. That's my hometown. So I was really kind of excited to see that Glenn Miller, big famous band leader, loved Monrovia. And it's interesting. He actually did live in Duarte before the war. So there was a time in the 30s where him and his wife lived in Duarte, which is just a neighboring city over to the east of us and along the foothills. And today there is a park called Glenn Miller Park. And it is near the original plot, or the original property, I should say, of Glenn Miller's house. The house burnt down in 1982 or 83, to my understanding, sadly, because of a wildfire in the area. And that area is prone to fires because it's the Bradbury area is close to the mountains, and wildfires do spread fairly quickly. So sadly, the home was lost in the early 80s. But the Historical Society and the museum in Duarte does have a scale model of the house, which I've seen pictures of, and they have a little tribute to Glenn Miller in the museum. So that's their little claim to fame, is that Glenn Miller lived there. Anyways, the park is cute. It's a simple little park, couple picnic benches and some swing sets and stuff like that. Nothing crazy, and it's got some nice trees. It's a peaceful place to go. And they actually have a bronze plaque with an image of Glenn Miller and his trombone, and a little spiel about Glenn Miller and everything. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, wanted to share a lantern I have a long time ago, but since Monrovia was founded in 1887, I thought I'd burn a lantern that was patented in 1888. So it's almost as old, right? It's close. But this is definitely my known earliest lantern. I think my NCL is from, it falls between 1890, my goodness, 1890 and 1900. That's my NCL crank tubular. But this is definitely, it falls right in no later than 1890, maybe 1889, 1890, right around there. So that's as early as this one can actually be, because patent dates aren't a manufacturing date. But it could have been made within that early period, seeing that the fount is a two-piece soldered bottom fount like this, which definitely gives it, the pre-1890s vibe because, well, for instance, by the early 90s, it was still a two-piece fountain, but it was on the inside under the skirt. It wasn't the skirt and bottom soldered to the tank like this. It was different. It was, you know, like this, like on this SG&L, like that. So it went from this to this. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's it. And that's what it was for about 10 years, almost a complete decade. And then in 1901, then they changed it to the soldered, well, not the soldered bottom, it went to the crimped bottom. Anyways, that's not important right now. You guys already know that anyways. Anyhow, so this lantern is definitely early deets. So I'm burning this guy in honor of Monrovia Day, which is today. And later, my wife and I will be heading towards Myrtle to enjoy some festivities and see what's going on there. I think there's a carnival and you know, vendors and all that stuff, kind of a street fair thing going up. So we'll go check it out and maybe have a nice little evening out there. It'll be fun. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this little pause this Saturday and learned a little bit about my hometown Monrovia. And if you're ever in the local area, definitely swing by Monrovia and check out the old town and the shops and restaurants. There's some good restaurants down on Myrtle, so yeah, don't be a stranger. Come see why Monrovia is so pleasant. There's no parking meters, and yeah, parking can be fairly easy to acquire. Yeah, it's a pleasant place. It really is, and the view of the Foothill mountain range and the Angeles mountain range from Myrtle is beautiful. Anyways, that's going to do it for me out here today. It's getting a little too warm. It's going to be a hot day, so I wanted to get this done before it gets too hot. So with that being said, hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and we'll see you guys again on Monday. Well, no, scratch that. I won't be here on Monday. No, I was called into work Monday because, well, we have big things going on. So with that being said, I will probably preempt. I'll postpone my Monday content to either Monday night or Thursday. I'll be off on Thursday. So with that being said, I will see you guys again sooner than later, but most likely later than sooner. So, hey, you got some Saturday content, so that should suffice, right? All right. Take it easy. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.